What is good? Osiris here, stuck in the middle. I've got my kid in the basement playing with a toy. I've got crickets. So it's just another episode with Stuck in the Middle. I'm too cheap to get these crickets out of here with a guy coming to spray because every time I think about spending money like that, because the crickets are for the most part harmless, I think it's money I could be putting into Tesla. So I'm a little cheap. But the story that I want to talk about is Cook County. And we're seeing a lot of these stories. We're seeing things escalate. I think we have to talk about it, even though it's a new story every day, and it's not the same story. Things keep escalating, but I'm almost becoming numb. I'm not surprised. It's almost like it's not a big deal anymore. It's crazy, but I think we have to talk about it, document it. Here's my take. I'm going to bring a takeaway from the story and what I'm grateful for in general. The story is Cook County judge strips mother of parental rights over her V status by byline Dane Placco. A Chicago mother said that a Cook County judge has taken away her parental rights just because she hasn't got the V. All parties agree. Her lawyer, her ex-husband, and his lawyer all agree this is unusual and perhaps unprecedented. The judge stripped Rebecca Firlit, is the mother, Rebecca Firlit, from custody because she refuses to get a vaccine shot. Are you serious? Yeah, this is what they're reporting. I'm just reading this from Fox LA.
I miss my son more than anything. It's been very difficult. I haven't seen him since August 10th.
It's almost so strange. You're like, is it real? There must be something they're not telling me. Maybe there is, but this is the story. So Firlit appeared in a court Zoom call along with her ex-husband. It was about child support involving their 11-year-old son. The two have been divorced for 7 years and share custody and parenting time. She says, out of the blue, Cook County Judge James Shapiro asked her whether she had gotten that V. Firlit told Shapiro, so the mother told the judge, she had not because she had had bad reactions to the V in the past. Does she have a lawyer in this? My first thing is if I have a lawyer, I'm going to say, hold on 1 minute. I'm not answering that. I need to talk to my lawyer. I need a conference with my lawyer. I don't know how, I'm not an expert in the legal system, but I'm not answering the question. That's for damn sure. Because I don't know if it's a legal question. He asked her in the Zoom call. It's not even about custody, I don't think. It's about child support. Out of the blue, he says, did you get that V?
August 10th, that's the day Rebecca Firlit appeared in court via Zoom along with her ex-husband for a child support hearing involving their 11-year-old son. Now, the two share custody or had shared custody and parenting time 50-50. She says out of the blue, Cook County Judge James Shapiro asked her whether she'd been vaccinated. She told him no, she had not because she's had bad reactions to vaccines in the past.
I would have been like, who was it? I think it was Tucker Carlson. He went over a little bit over the line. But he was like, go F yourself. Somebody asked him if he got the V a while back, and he said he responded real snarky. He didn't say go F yourself, but he had a snarky response. I have no problem with that. It's none of your damn business. Why do you care? Go get the V. If you want to get the V, go get the V. What does that have to do with me? I might have it, I might not. Who cares? So he said he ordered that the mother, Rebecca Firlit, be stripped of all parenting time with her son until she gets the V. In a just society, this judge would be in jail or it would have some type of penalty heaped on him immediately for even thinking that this was okay. I don't know the law. I'm just saying in the court of public opinion. Here's my takeaway. There's a time for compliance. There's a time for retreat. There's a very few times where non-compliance makes sense. Very limited situations, in my opinion. This is a situation where, you've got to make sure it's healthy, talk to your doctor. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Everyone says talk to your doctor. And sometimes they make it sound like, to me, that you do whatever your doctor says. No, you make the choice. Your doctor just gives you information. The medical profession, just like the education system, is completely riddled with biased people on all sides. So, but my point is, this is a case where I think you need to, I'm not going to say what she needs to do. I would comply because I'm looking at all the pieces in the chessboard. I'm going to have to spend more money on a lawyer because it's a whole different thing I'm going to fight separate from the child support. So I'm going to have to spend more billable hours for a lawyer that I could have put into Tesla and over time make money off of that. So there's an opportunity cost. You're spending money on the lawyer, and that's money you could have socked away in, this is my no financial advice, into a company that's going to expand and potentially the stock goes up. I'm not doing that when you read the room. Everyone's going to have a vaxport. It's just a matter of when. In California, they were doing some type of bill on, I think it was a toll on the bridge, and in the legislative branch, they just put in like, we're going to do a vaxport, pretty much a vax mandate in the bill, just out of the blue. It was all legal, all in their structure, but my point is, it's happening. We can't stop it. It's too late to stop it. You can slow it down. If you don't want to roll up your sleeve, you can go to a rural area, go up to the mountains, go out off the grid to some extent. The more further off the grid, the harder it is for the government to reach you, then the longer it will take. But it's going to go everywhere. That's going to happen. So why would you spend all that money on a lawyer and within a year, there's probably going to be vaxports? Here's my big takeaway. I was talking to my mom. I'm grateful for her. And it took me 43 years to realize where I got my approach to the worldview. Our politics are different, but she's very non-judgmental, very open-minded, very respectful for people of different beliefs and, politically and religion and all that. And we were talking about my kids, and I said, my mom asked me, well, you got 2 kids, and times are crazy right now. What do you think about, raising them? And I said, I'm gonna raise them like you raised us. My first thing that I came to was her thoughts on religion, her thoughts on God. And she said that she always thinks that God is everywhere within us. Really, God is like intertwined with nature, a part of each and one of us. So it's not an organized religion thing. It's like we believe in God, but not necessarily, not like a cartoon, like a man in the clouds somewhere. And with that, with God in you, what can they do? They can't take that out. They can put you in solitary confinement. They can put you in jail. They can fine you. They can separate you from your son, but they can't take that out of you. And at the end of the day, I'm going to have fun with my son. You might hear them in the background. They're acting crazy. And I'm going to appreciate life. They can't stop that. Let me know what you think. Take care.
Appreciate life. As I search for the right way to start this, the beat goes on regardless. So a brother might as well say something. I mean, the bass is kind of thumping, but I don't want to waste not one word. Ignorant thoughts are best left unheard. Each moment is brief and precious. In time, we all fall breathless. And as I feel my lungs expanding, I thank God for the understanding and ability to learn my lessons. Not to mention the countless blessings. A little older, wiser, and candid, I reminisce on the 50-year song. It's kind of wild how I took it for granted that I would even live that long. But if today were my last day, have I helped out the world that I'm leaving? And if this were my last breath, could I postpone the breathing? But if I fail to inhale, that would just speed up the outcome. So I gotta try to take each breath as if it were the last one. Appreciate life, the brief time that we spend here. Appreciate life, speak words that are sincere. Appreciate life, for the numerous chances. Appreciate life, for the questions and answers. Appreciate life, for the weight that's upon me. Appreciate life, for what lies beyond me. Appreciate life, for the sun and the wind. Appreciate life, for my fam and my friends. Appreciate and living in the midst of these miracles. How could I not be spiritual? And why would I edit what comes out? And what more important could I talk about? I don't claim to have all the answers. I don't even know half the questions. But as we search for a cure for a cancer, we forget to reflect on our blessings. And what we think about is quite odd. Learning to believe in this nonsense. See, brothers that I know think that they're God, but each breath that they take's unconscious. Only believing in the physical, focused on the right side of the decimal. Using fractions to sound philosophical. A lifespan's limited by the logical. Cause and effect's gonna get ya. It ain't a matter of if you believe it. We engaging in debate over scripture, but ain't never took time to read it. And then we wonder why we live miserable, trapped by a world grown diabolical. But through the all-powerful, all things are possible. 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 The brief time that we spend here, appreciate life, speaking words that are sincere, appreciate life for the numerous chances, appreciate life for the questions and answers, appreciate life for the weight that's upon me, appreciate life for what lies beyond me, appreciate life for the sun and the wind, appreciate life for my family, my friends, appreciate life